I
How
can
are
see
you?
you finally.
I just discovered the craziest video. I've just posted it on Instagram. There's a band from Japan called
Wow.
Maximum the Hormone or something. I never heard of them. And they did a video with a school class in Japan. And they're like really like style of Slipknot and stuff. And the entire classroom is headbanging. It's so hilarious. I love this band.
Cool.
Wow, they're so cool.
Nice. So first,
Yes.
let's introduce ourselves. I am Stacy,
Hi,
and this is
Stacy.
Lina. Hello,
Hi.
this is
Hello.
Как дела, как дела?
Lina.
Ah,
Нормально.
your
Я
Russian is
говорю
perfect.
чуть-чуть. Я говорю по-русски чуть-чуть. But not
Wow.
good enough for an interview, okay?
Okay. So just before we start, let's make sure how much time do you have for this interview?
Is it safe to say I have a lot of interview will not take place for 4 hours then?
Okay.
No.
But I have time, don't you worry.
Okay.
I
Good for
think
us.
Yay!
So will you start, Lina?
For some problems.
Breathe, be calm, be good.
Okay, so first of all, we'd like to thank you for taking your time and just
For
Of
us.
course.
spending the
Russian.
time with us,
Of
with
course,
your
of
fans.
course.
Yes, so thank you for being with us today.
Sure.
So we can start, I suppose, if you're ready. And the first question, okay.
Keep it
What
calm.
up at the moment? Are you involved in any other projects or just taking time for yourself? Any plans for future?
You really want to know what my day looked like today? I am involved in a video production that for a song that I did in the beginning of the year with another guitar player in Germany. His name is Adrian Weiss, and I had this crazy idea for that video shot, and it turned out to be, you know, those ideas you have. You go like, oh, that would be nice. Why not? Let's do it. And afterwards, when you try to make it happen, you realize how much work it is to get a video like that. I think the only thing that would have been worse for this video that we're planning would have been if we tried to play guitar while jumping out of an airplane, shooting the video while flying through the air. So that is pretty much what occupies my mind today. And beside that, of course, I'm playing with my German band Knockator. I got several requests for studio jobs, and you know, I'm doing a lot of different stuff. I'm trying to play shows with my own band, so it's a lot of different little dipping into different fields, of course.
And just personal questions. Aren't you afraid to jump from a plane?
Yes, I probably would be, but this video that we're planning to do, it should be shooted in September, I think. I'm pretty scared of it right now already.
Oh my god.
And it will be a whole bunch of production, organization and stuff, but if it will be to be splendid, tip-top, hilarious, cool. I can tell you that.
I'm just scared to even imagine that. Okay.
I'm too. I can't imagine that I will jump from the plane.
Yeah, we don't jump out of a plane. That's not the idea for the video. But this is the only thing which would be more terrible than what I decided to do in this video. But I can't tell anything about it because it's
Yeah,
still...
sure. No details. No details.
Okay, cool. Next question, Stacy, maybe.
It's okay. I just wanted to ask, when you decided to become a musician, like in your life, at what age did you decide to be a musician? Okay,
Oh.
4.
How is it counting in Russian? 1, 2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4, 5,
5, 6,
6,
7,
7, 8, 9.
8, something like that.
Yeah. Well, you
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
idea.
So at the age of 4, because I was born into a musical family, my dad was, or still is, a bass player. And so whenever he played concerts, I was always next to the stage, you know, and during sound check, I was running around on stage as a small child. So I never really had this point in my life where I thought about, maybe I'll become a doctor, or maybe I'll become a pilot, or maybe I never had this. So from the very first beginning, I was always like, this is what I'm going to do. There is no other possibility. And it was nice for my parents, because they realized pretty fast at the age of 6 that they have a daughter who knows exactly what she wants. And so they supported me, and they made me go to piano lessons. So I learned the piano very early. But turned out piano is not really my kind of instrument. I can play it, but, you know, it's very calm, you sit all the time, and it's very classical, and, you know, and I was more like, I want to move, I want to play, and so I decided at the age of 8 to play electric guitar. So for my dad, this was pretty hard, because my dad always imagined when he's old, he'll be sitting in that chair, listening to me playing the classical tunes on the piano. And now his little daughter at the age of 8 turns out to be an electric guitar player playing heavy metal and rock music. So he was a little, child, are you really sure about this? And I was like, yes, I am, Daddy. And so, of course, they supported me. I'm very thankful, and I have great parents. And right now, these days, you know, my parents follow what I'm doing. They watch my videos and stuff. And it's really nice to see that my dad, he's always like, child, this is not so good. Child, this video is good. It's really funny. It's really nice. And sometimes I really like to spend time with my family and do music. My mother is not a musician, but my dad is still playing the bass. So I never really had that point in my life where I had to decide, which profession will I take? I don't know. I always knew I wanted to be a musician.
So yes, so basically it was our main questions about how did your parents take your plans for a future career. So
See,
maybe
I'm
they
good. I answered 2 questions while you tell me 1 question.
Nice. Yeah, so maybe they just wanted you to be a doctor, a surgeon, and you just
Yes, like a normal job, you
rocking
know?
on, playing guitar.
So they were like, okay, if this is what you want, child, we will support you.
Yes.
So they have
So
always
they
been,
were supportive for your decision, right?
yes, yes,
The support
definitely, yes.
from parents is great, really.
And it's very important, you know. I always feel sorry. I'm teaching a lot, and I have those students, not all of them, but I have some students. I'm teaching the guitar.
Oh,
And they
you're
are
teaching.
Yes, I own music school. I have a music school where I also
Wow.
teach. And I have some smaller children that I teach, and they are so talented. They are so vibrant and good and musical. And those parents just want their children to, you know, finish school, learn a decent job and stuff. And I feel sorry for those children, because if there's a real passion for something, either if it's music or painting or being a really addicted fan to something, I think this is something you should support, because it's a feeling, and you should never tell somebody to hide feelings or just not put love into or support into a love that somebody has for a passionate thing. So I'm really thankful that my parents always supported me, yes.
So that's nice. Well, as for me, I decided to play the piano at the age of 20. but nobody
good,
supported
nice,
nobody
nice.
supported
Am I
me like
immortal?
yeah. That was
And you?
the first song I've learned on the piano.
Woo!
Nice.
Nice, nice.
And my point is just I didn't have some Gen Majura in Russia who could support me from my
Oh,
study.
sorry. Next time I'll be in Russia. I call you up so we can have a lesson. Awesome.
Okay, that's a deal. So that's
Where,
kind of
where are
nice
you guys?
too.
Are you in Moscow? Are you in St. Petersburg? Where are you?
Those just two cities you know basically
No,
about
no, 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 no,
Russia.
no, 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 no. I know tons of Russian cities. I know tons of Russian food, which is awesome because I was
Borscht.
engaged to a Russian for 5 years, so I'm pretty familiar
Wow,
with your country, and I love it.
that's nice.
And I love the culture. I love the people, and I especially love the food.
Yes.
Let's be our guest.
So basically I live in Moscow, but not all the time. Just,
Okay. Oh, cool.
Cool.
Nice. It's a nice
Uh,
city.
Meet. Yeah.
But next time Evanescence is in Moscow, I will be there for sure.
And I will come to your place and give you lessons.
Nice. But I'm not good enough now.
Yeah, well, learn. It's who knows when Evanescence will be touring Russia again. So be prepared.
Definitely, definitely. So speaking about Evanescence, it's been
Yes,
almost a year since you became a part of Evanescence, and has it changed your life somehow? Maybe it brought something important into your life, like something new.
yes, it definitely changed my life in many, many ways, in many unexpected ways. Um,
Like what?
I think what really changed a lot is how people talk to me. It's a little bit complicated to explain. I still have my friends, and my friends will always tell me if I pick a dress and I look like shit, they always going to say, "Jen, you look like shit." But a lot of people are talking to me as if they just say what I need to hear. And so the behavior of people who surround me has changed a bit. And of course, I mean, getting caramel now, but in the beginning, I mean, my face was all over the world in every magazine out of a sudden for whatever reason. And even at the gasoline station, people were like, "Oh my God, you're Jen Majura." And they're like, "Yes, I'm still just living here." Market once. I was in need of grocery store stuff. I'd just buy some food for dinner. And there was this guy standing next to me. He was like, "Oh my God." I was like, "Why are you yelling at me? Oh my God, what's wrong with you?" And he was, "You're Jen Majura." I was like, "Yes, that's my name. And so, what are you doing here?" And I said, "I'm sorry, I live here." So, stuff like that didn't really happen in the past. It happens now from time to time. But I'm not upset or anything about this. It's nice and people. I like it when I can make people happy. If they ask me for a picture or a photo or a selfie or whatever, and it gives joy to them, then it's nice. I'm happy to give joy to them then. And well, I still do not live in a real castle. I still do not drive a Lamborghini.
Just wait for it.
I just from my normal life, nothing really has changed, except maybe the fact that now my little tiny students at the age of, let's say, 14, 13, those teenage girls, they come to my lesson and go like, "Jen, can I have your autograph?" I was like, "Shut up, you have lessons with me. You don't need my autograph." "But I would like to, can you sign my CD?" I was like, "Yeah."
So I can sell it on eBay.
It's sweet, it's nothing really negatively has changed. And I'm very, very glad and very happy about the support of the companies I work with. For example, Ibanez and Engel Amps, and They're really, really supportive, and I think it's a good relationship for for the work that we're all doing, and but nothing really negative, to be honest. I learned to got to know a lot of really great fans. This is, I don't know what it really is, but I played in several bands before, and there were fans, of course, but I've never, telling this in almost every interview, I've never experienced fans like Evanescence fans. For some reason, those fans are so addicted and passionate and loving and positive. This is something, it's not normal, The normal fans don't behave like Evanescence fans do. They love with their entire life and their entire heart. And this is something really beautiful. And I'm really glad that I got to know this. So it's really nice. Evanescence fans are definitely special on this planet.
So the awesome part is that you just answer all our questions. We don't have to ask them.
How many questions did you know? How many?
I think it's like 5 questions already. Some nice rock. So, and how do you feel about people just like me, for example, who have your pictures beside the bed, and they just
have my picture beside your bed?
I have a poster of you beside my bed, and I just look at you when I go to sleep. No joke.
Every morning, hello, Jen. Good morning, Jen.
Well, that's sweet of you. Come on, I'm the same. I can be a fan too. I mean, yes, I am a musician. I work and I play concerts on stages. I perform on stages. But that doesn't mean automatically that I can't be a fan. So there are a few bands which I consider myself a fan of. And I have a poster of Nuno Bettencourt on my door. So I'm a fan too. And each time I go to bed, I see that poster and I go like, good night, Nuno. So I think it's really nice and it's really passionate, Just like me talking to you. Okay. Yeah, well, I never had the chance to talk to Nuno Bettencourt of Extreme. I met him once and I was behaving like a total dork.
Just like me right now.
No. You can like ask questions, you can talk and you can react. And I was just, yeah. No. Yeah.
It's me now.
It's terrible. It was so terrible. So, yeah. I can be a fan too. So I think it's really nice and it's passionate. So definitely nothing bad with that.
And how do you feel yourself? Do you think that, I'm the baddest guitarist of Evanescence? Wow.
Of the Evanescence. Not just one. Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like guitar. It is always the fame thing is something, people tell, oh my God, she's a badass guitar player. She's the best guitar player in the world. That's bullshit. I am not the best guitar player in the world. There is no best guitar player in the world for my taste because, I have a lot of friends who are professional guitar players too. And they all have different styles. They all have different, they all taste different. They all have a different smell, a different style of music, a different style of technique. And you can't be the best guitar player in the world because you can't be perfect in everything you do. I totally suck in certain kind of techniques while playing guitar, so I don't do it because I can't. I could maybe learn it, but what for if I don't enjoy playing that style? So of course, it's flattering, yes, and it's kind of like, oh my gosh, so many people tell me that I'm such a good guitar player, but I'm not. I just play guitar. That's all that I'm doing. So I'm not really that, whoa, she's a guitar player, the best one in the world. No. I just play guitar. That's it. And Troy is a great guitar player. Seriously, Troy was helping me a lot during the beginning time. when we try to figure out who is playing which part in the songs, that it fits together perfect. And I sat down on Skype with Troy a lot of times, and he's one awesome guitar player. He has a great tone. He has a great way of playing, and I like his attitude and his power on stage. It's really, really cool, and I totally adore his playing as well. So, but I would never call him the best guitar player in the world. So I'm not the best guitar player in the world, so Troy is not the best guitar player in the world. But we do decently pretty good, I think.
Yeah, definitely. So did you tell him that he's not the best in the world?
A beautiful spirit, and he's a great friend, and it's always fun to just meet up and to rehearse and to play shows and spend time together. He's a really great person, and I learn a lot from him. He has different point of views than I do, and so I learn a lot from him, and I'm very, very thankful for that. So he's a good guy.
Cool. So we just wanted to ask you about the first show with Evanescence. Did
Oh,
you
God.
feel... Okay, so you felt nervous, for sure.
No, not at all. Get first time with a band you've been listening to your lifetime. I mean, it's normal, right? You're not nervous then. We did rehearsals for like 1 week, and the rehearsal it was good, and I was pretty confident that I know what to play and I knew the songs and everything, but I was shitting my pants before the first show. I can't say it, I can't deny it, and I can't say anything else. I was really, 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 really nervous, and I think that those shows where you are, as an artist, you are very excited and very nervous and anxious about everything because it's new, it's for the first time, and a lot of people are watching. I think this is something that doesn't happen like regularly. For me, I think I had maybe 5 times in my lifetime concerts where I really was so nervous that I like this all over my body and just scared and sweaty and just like, oh my God, oh God. So that was kind of like Nashville. I remember that. I will never forget this show. Oh gosh.
But how did you manage to calm yourself down, just to say it's okay?
I just went on stage and played.
No.
It's this, being nervous before getting on a stage is a thing that happens before you are on stage. But as soon as you start playing the first song, and it was the beginning of the song was a long intro during the first run, and it gives you time to feel comfortable on stage, to realize, hey, these are my friends on stage. It's nothing that I have to be afraid of, and it's like that one energy on that stage. And as soon as you feel this, you just calm down, and then you can enjoy it and rock, and then you get this energy exchange of fans, because of course you see fans like, oh my God, I watched this concert right now, and the fascination and the love and the enjoying and the singing along and everything, you see that and you feel that, and it gives you, this is something no one can understand who hasn't done this. This is like an energy of love and power, and it's really, really nice, and that energy totally kicks away all the ridiculous being, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, nervousness and everything. So as soon as the first song is done, it's all good. It's all about enjoying the time on stage, having fun with your friends, performing great music. That's what it's all about after the first song.
So do you think the fans were satisfied with you playing the first time on stage?
I don't know. I can't ask every Evanescence fan on the planet, but what I received, again, I was Of course you're nervous. I'm the rookie, you know, I'm the new one. I'm the only one living on the other side of the world. Of course you expect negative critics, or at least, you know, well, you know, I like Terry better, stuff like that. Of course you expect that. That's normal for me. I thought, okay, this is a hard step because Terry was a member of the band very long, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate fans who miss him, of course. But nevertheless, it's not easy to, and you can't please everybody on the planet. It's not possible to please just every person on the planet. So I was a little, not nervous, but I was curious on reactions, but what I received. And again, Evanescence fans are not normal fans. I received such a huge amount of acceptance and love and positive comments, and it's just very sweet. I remember this, I had a poster when we played in Dallas. There was this guy or a girl, I don't remember, it was just like blurry, but there was this poster: Jen, we love you, welcome to the Evanescence family. Seriously, and they gave it to me afterwards, and I put it on my, when I went to the hotel, I put it on my bed, and I stood in front of this poster, and I looked at it, and I was like, this is so sweet, this is so nice. And I really felt more love than I expected.
So, okay, so I promise you next time you come to Russia, I just take off my poster from the wall and take it to you so you can sign it.
Can you bring me then some vareniki?
Vareniki? I can make them.
Vareniki. Awesome.
Make them just for you.
Oh, awesome. I love you. Mwah.
Do you like borscht?
Yes, I like that too. And I even can cook that.
Oh.
And there's this Russian meal called, it's like a nickname for the meal. It's called shuba, with potatoes.
Yes.
And what's onion? An onion and some fish, and then the red thing. I love shuba as well.
Рыба под шубой.
Yeah.
Were there any funny moments when you were touring?
Sorry, say it again. Were there any what moments?
Funny moments.
Funny moments when you were touring.
Funny moments.
Like all my life
Yes.
is funny.
You always have to be careful about the funny moments, because funny moments most of the time put somebody else in your band into a bad position. So it's funny is the wrong word. I think it's more like I'm having such a good time moments. Not like laughing, you slipped on the banana. It's more like, you know, when we drove from West Palm to Clearwater in the bus, we were all just dancing around, having a great time, listening to Rocky Horror Pit, that Spotify playlist that Amy posted some while ago. We listened to that music and just had a great time and just enjoyed music and dancing and singing, you know, and this is something I like to think of and remember because it was really, really nice. But funny moments, well, yeah, there was a funny moment. Yes, it was. It was during that show in, I think it was LA, where we played the Wiltern, and we played the encore in the end, and in the very end, Will was standing like at his drum kit. He was not sitting anymore. He was standing and playing, standing up. And we were all like, dude, this is cool. But what really happened is that his chair broke. He couldn't sit anymore because his chair broke, and he had to. I thought in after this happened, it was pretty funny because we all thought, oh man, Will is really rocking out behind his kid, you know, he's standing up and playing standing up, but it's just his chair broke down, so that's why he was forced to stand. That was
No
really...
way. He's just too awesome for the chair. Okay, so here comes the main question about the future. Yeah, the main question about the future of Evanescence. What do you think about it?
I can't really say anything about it because
That's
you know,
promising already.
Evanescence, it's especially not me. I'm new. I'm just in this band for 1 year. I mean, what's 1 year? This band is like Amy's life achievement award thing, you know, and I am just like this in this band still. So I can't really say anything about this because it's Amy's band and she needs to enjoy, she needs to decide where Evanescence is going, not me.
But you can just tell her to go in some direction.
You know, she's the boss. She's a great girl.
Definitely.
I really, honestly, totally love her from my heart because she's a very great person. We have lots of same character sides. Like we have the same humor. We laugh at the same time. We do care about the same things, and that is one of the most important things when you're playing in a band together, in a professional band together. No one wants to be on tour with an asshole, you know. It's very, very important. It sounds funny, but it's so important that you have friends you feel comfortable with, people you like to talk to, people you like to spend time with, and people who give you that energy back on stage as well. That's so important, and so much more important than being the fastest guitar player in the world. Of course, I mean, you have to have a certain decent amount of skills and knowledge, but it's also so important to be that you get along as a human. And when I first met Amy last year in July, wait, what's the date today? Is it 23rd?
Yes, 23rd.
Oh my God! Exactly
Is it
this
the
day.
anniversary?
1 year ago, I went to New York to meet Amy. Exactly today.
Wow.
1 year ago. Oh, that's
We're
cool.
lucky.
So I went to New York to meet up with Amy, and to be honest, I was so tired and so overworked by the time I got to New York. I had no real time to be excited about, oh my God, I'm meeting Amy Lee of Evanescence. And we sat down for a coffee in the afternoon and just talked. And you quickly realize if two souls get along or not. So we pretty quickly figured out that we really get along very good and very easy, and have the same point of views about a lot of things. And I think that was, I remember we were sitting in a music store, like some sort of old vintage music store in New York, and we were playing music together. And I was playing the guitar and she was singing and I was singing, and then out of a sudden she popped out this, "Have I actually told you?" I was like, "Have you told me what?" "You're in the band, you got the gig." I was like, "Oh my God, yes, let's go party." And that was it, you know, and we just spent time together, talked a lot and drank and eat and just hang out together, because this is so important. So for all of you people out there trying to put together a band, make sure these are people you really would like to spend time with, because it's important.
I mean, if you go on a tour.
What was the question before that?
I just forgot about my question. Sorry.
The question was about the new album of
Was it
Evanescence.
Funny Moments question?
Uh,
I don't
but
remember.
you are dreaming of do a new album of Evanescence.
Yes. You get a clear yes from me now.
Definitely. So you definitely crave for the new album, just we do. I mean, we're looking forward to hearing from you guys.
You know what? I just put myself on the same side like the fans. I'm standing there with you guys and wait for the band to make an album. That's just like, wow, I want to hear that too.
Well,
So what will it be like, in your opinion, the new album? I mean, just talking about the future and stuff.
I can't tell you. Seriously, I don't know. I can't tell you. I really do not know.
But
I
let's
can tell
just
you.
imagine that you are the boss of Evanescence. What will it be like?
What imagination is this now? Ooh.
Like
Okay.
maybe with some heavy metal elements.
Nah, I don't see this band in a. I don't see the music. I have too much respect of Evanescence for mixing this kind of music up with the full deathcore metal. Nah, it's the music of Evanescence is so much deeper than the normal people think, and all the Evanescence fans, they do know this. I would like to see. I can speak in songs. This is something I can do. I would totally like to see more riffing going on, like in Whisper. I totally enjoy playing Whisper each time. The beginning is just like so powerful and cool, and I like that. I would see great, wide, emotional, awesome ballads like Lithium. Lithium is a song that helped me through a lot of hard times when the song was coming out. I didn't know Amy back then. I didn't know the band. I didn't know the guys. I just heard the song and I was like, this song will help me. And I listened to it like over and over and over again. And there you are, years later, you're on stage with this band. This is like a crazy, really dream come true. That is the reason why I always, when I'm on stage, why you have these pictures of me going like, oh my God. I mean, I was listening to Evanescence songs too. I was too sitting at home crying because I was sad, and I was listening to Evanescence songs like a lot of people do, like actually all people did. And years later, you find yourself with this band on stage. It's like a total parallel matrix thing. It's unreal in some sort of way. But then after the I can't believe that I am here moment, you get back to the value of friendship, because the people, and the people are meaning now something to you. It's not just a band and the music doesn't mean something to you. It's the people who talk to you and who you really, it's like a family, and it's different but still surreal. Still now it's surreal. During every show I have this moment where I stand like, I can't believe this. I can't. Oh my God, I can't believe this. And so,
would you call it some groundbreaking experience?
Yes, core shaking, groundbreaking experience. Yes, definitely.
Cool. I can't imagine myself on the stage with my favorite band.
Try to imagine you play a little, and you play the piano while Amy is singing. Isn't that like, what? This is crazy, right?
I would
Yes,
die
of
before I
course.
go on stage. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Let's check what we have.
But she's already answered all the questions. Well,
I
not
did
all
already
of them.
answer all the questions. Yeah.
Well, not all of them. We also have just our friend Edgar. He is the man who organized all this. I can tell you that. And he just wants to join the conversation and say hello. So if
Sure.
it's okay,
I'm so sorry for you guys that I answered your message so late. It was really not my fault. One day I was bored sitting at home, like on my cell phone. I was like, and then I discovered this folder with hidden messages, and it was like, holy shit! I have like 2,000 messages in this folder. It's like, what the fuck is that? And then I found your message about, can we do an interview? It's like, okay, they sent the request like, how long was it? Half year? 1 year? I don't know. It's like, oh, this is so embarrassing. They think I'm an arrogant idiot, and oh no. So I'm sorry that I answered your
it's not your
message
fault. It's just Facebook. We blame
Facebook.
Facebook.
Facebook is the problem. Yes.
So
I
if
was
it's okay.
really surprised to see your message from you.
Yeah,
Who
she
the
was
one
dead.
receiving the message? Was it you or who
It
was
was
the one?
Lena.
Lena, me.
She was basically dead when you answered.
Oh my god. But you survived. I see you're doing good.
So if it's okay, Lena just needs to add Edgar to our conversation.
Yourself.
Because he is just craving to talk to you. Нормально? Edgar!
Edgar,
Hi,
hello.
Jen.
Edgar, прекрасно. Как дела? Мишка?
Fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm just having a great time talking to those great girls. So I'm having an awesome, splendid, tip-top time.
I'm glad to see you.
Hello.
Можешь спросить, есть ли какой-нибудь автограф, который она писала у какого-нибудь известного музыканта, которым она дорожит?
So basically he asked about the signature from somebody super famous that you cherish. So something you cherish from a person.
Okay. I recently got to know because I went, when was that? It was last weekend. I went to see the G3 experience with Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, and Guthrie Govan. And
Wow.
Steve Vai, he is one of my all-time favorite guitar players. I started listening to his music at the age of 8 or 9, and I so he's doing, and I so love his music, but I never got to meet him, and you know, it was always like that. He's the artist and I am the fan. And now we're playing the same guitar brand, you know, like he's Ibanez, I am Ibanez guitarist. And I was so nervous back then. We had this on 18th of June, we had the Ibanez Guitar Festival where I was playing as well. And he was playing on that festival as well. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to play on the same stage like Steve Vai. Oh my God, I can't believe it. But I was occupied with that many interviews. I had so many interview appointments that I did not really have a chance to say hello to him. So I went back home after this guitar festival and I was like, you know, there was Steve Vai, but you just saw the concert. You didn't say hello. But I went to the concert and met him after the show. And I had my band, my guitar player and my drummer from my band in Germany with me. And they were like, God, Jen, you're like a 12-year-old fangirl. You're nervous. You're kitty-like. What's wrong with you? I was so nervous to meet Steve Vai. And then we met, and I did a video about this too on YouTube. So check out my YouTube channel.
We will definitely.
I was so excited to meet him because he really means a lot to me. His music really changed my way of thinking a lot. Even, you know, even though I was listening to the music when everybody else was listening to Euro, dance, techno, and bullshit, I listened to Steve Vai. And I always liked his music. and I appreciate him totally as a great artist, great musician. And now I appreciate him for being a great person as well, because he was a total gentleman. He's totally awesome guy, and that was somebody I met where I really was nervous. And I told you before, when I met Nuno Bettencourt, I was like, Nuno Bettencourt and Steve Vai definitely made me like being 12 years old again. 12-year-old fan Jen.
Like Evanescence fans, so when we see our band stage, we're ah!
There was this, I remember this one girl, she was, I think in Clearwater, we played the show in Clearwater, and there was a fence like outside of the venue where fans were waiting before the show. And there was this one girl, she was crying and like, oh my God, I can't believe it, oh my God. She was I felt so sorry for her. I mean, I felt happy for her, but she was so excited. So I just went to that fence and I went to her and I was like, are you doing good? So she's like, oh my God, I did. And so I just like gave her a hug, and it was like, okay, come on, let's do a picture and stuff and be easy, be cool.
I'm about to cry right now.
No, don't cry.
I will not.
Don't cry.
Okay. So, guys, any other questions?
Have you tried to play other guitars, not only Ibanez? Do you like them?
Yes, I've been working with another guitar company for 4 or 5 years before I went to Ibanez. But the thing is, why I went back to Ibanez Guitars is my very first guitar that I ever bought, like a child back then. It was an Ibanez guitar, and I feel comfortable with these guitars. I like them. I like the style they look. I like the sound they have. So I kind of went like back to the roots, back to the family. And the support Ibanez is giving me right now, it's the best of the best of the best. And I would never leave the company because, I'm really happy, and I'm totally, my way of thinking is never change a winning team. If something is really good, why change it? And I'm very, very happy with Ibanez, and we have good relationships with the guys, and I'm talking to them all the time. And yeah, definitely, I love Ibanez. Although I've been working with another company before that, yes.
И последний вопрос от меня. Можешь назвать топ своих любимых песен и, может быть, исполнишь что-нибудь помимо Evanescence?
Let's rock, baby.
Singing?
Yes. But I've seen that you uploaded a song on YouTube, so maybe you can sing it.
No, I can't sing right now.
Why not?
I can't sing. But yes, I keep uploading a lot of songs because I do that songwriting. You're actually in my studio right now in here, so I have microphone and headphones and everything, and I'm doing a lot of songwriting. And songwriting, I think the same like for Amy is a lot of, happen and they move you emotionally. You write songs and you put the lyrics and the music, and you use the music to just work with those feelings that you have. And I do that these days a lot because a lot of stuff is going on in my life privately, and I really enjoy the energy that is been given to my life for writing more songs. So I'll definitely keep posting some more songs and whatever. Whenever I have something finished, you will hear it on my YouTube channel or on Facebook and stuff. But, who knows what future will bring, right?
Right. So we just keep checking your YouTube page all the time, waiting for your songs.
I discovered this recently new hobby that I have, interviewing friends. Did you see that one?
Yes, I did.
Doing funny questions, 4 questions, and of my colleagues that I go like, oh, hey, you want to do the interview? You have to do the interview. And it's so funny. It's so funny because you never really hear the questions. And I did add one question, the fourth question of my hobby. It's 4 questions. And the fourth one is one question that I was asked during one interview with a Russian magazine.
Wow.
That Russian, I don't really remember. I just remember it was from Russia and they had a lot of weird questions. So I picked one of these very, very weird questions. And that is when everybody that I interview goes like, I remember myself, I was like this too. When I read the question, I was like, what? And it's so funny to see all those guys reacting on those questions. I totally love it. I totally love it.
Was it about vodka?
No, it wasn't.
No.
It wasn't about.
They are not from Russia if it's not about vodka.
They had tons of questions. Trust me, they had a lot of questions, and a lot of so weird questions. I've never done an interview like that. That was so weird. I just picked that one question, so it's nice, definitely, and I'll keep doing that for who knows how long. It's really funny. It makes me smile if I go like
Just keep it coming. So, and I've got just a random question about the pop culture in the USA. What do you think about the pop music, not only in the USA, but in general? Do you like some pop music bands?
Wait, sorry, say that again. About the culture? What again?
Pop culture in the USA or in general.
Like Taylor Swift or so?
Yes, something like that. So do you like it or not? It was just a random question.
Well, I think music is good as long as it's honest, and as long as it's honest. When people really do music passionate, I think it's good. If people do music or produce records just for the sake of money and business, it's not good. That's very easy. If music is coming out of your heart and it just, you can tell there's a difference in music that is just produced to earn money. And I'm not a big fan of these kind of acts. I don't call them bands, I call them acts. There are great pop artists out there, sure. I mean, like products, the entire production of some artists. I totally like Rihanna. She has a unique voice. She's a great singer. She's a great person. Taylor Swift, she's young and she's really successful and she can sing and she can perform and stuff. I have respect for that a lot. But personally, my taste of music is a little bit different. I prefer listening to, I don't know, I listen to a lot of music, and it's a mixture of crazy, we musicians call it music for musicians. Those are bands nobody knows. I love this Swedish band called Free Kitchen. They became friends with me in the meantime, and I love those 3 guys. They are writing music and performing music which is social critical, but on a very high level, performing on each instrument. I love, sometimes to just go headbanging for Lamb of God, Creator, thrash metal, or death metal, Arch Enemy. I like stuff like that. But I also can listen to, as I said, Lady Gaga, Rihanna, Taylor Swift. I also enjoy that. I also can listen to classical music, which I like most would be Shostakovich is pretty good, and Bruckner and of course Beethoven and Bach. Everybody loves those guys. I enjoy listening to that kind of stuff too. What I definitely do not like is reggae music. I just
don't feel like it.
reggae is everybody goes like, I'm so relaxed right now, reggae, and I go like, oh, this makes me so aggressive. I can't deal with that. It's totally not my music. And German folk music, I do not like German folk music. It makes me aggressive too. So these are
so strange.
yeah, but you know, I like to listen to country, modern country especially. There are great artists in the US. I just call us we here on this side of the planet. We don't even know those artists. There's a couple called awesome artists, and they're like Billboard charts, country scene, like high level in the US, but nobody hears of them actually. And so there are a lot of great, and the Japanese band I talked about in the beginning.
Yes.
What was it? Maximum the Hormone. Oh my God, they're so good. And you know, I like Korn, for example. It was a major excitement when we played together with Korn in at the Ozfest in Tokyo. I was so excited to watch their show because I'm a fan. I am a Korn fan. Yes, I am. I've always been, and I still am a Korn fan. I love those guys. They are awesome, and I love Jonathan and everybody else of the band, and Brian, and I love you all. So.
I was lucky enough to see them live on a festival in Russia. I think it was
cool.
The previous year. I don't remember. I just remember that I was partially dead when I saw them.
How did you like it? Did you like the show?
Sure, I was just waiting for them. They were performing like the last ones at the night. So I was waiting the whole day for them. But when they just got on stage, I was super dead.
Oh.
Definitely.
But I totally know that you enjoyed the show.
Definitely.
I think Korn is a band where you definitely can listen that they have a very, 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 very unique sound. I do not know any band that sounds like Korn. If you put on a Korn tune, you will know immediately it's Korn. And this is something I think in the now modern music industry is missing very much. I mean, nothing against Rihanna and Taylor Swift, but if the song is starting, you can't really tell the difference between Rihanna and Taylor Swift. You can tell the difference when they start to sing. Yes, because Rihanna has a very, very unique voice. But the sound of the entire band Korn is just, it's so fat, it's so powerful, it's so good and so unique. I like that. I like bands who are unique, who have their own kind of taste, you know, their own smell, and nobody's really close to that. I really like that, and I appreciate if somebody's able to, you know, find that unique sound nowadays, because the world is so overcrowded with music. There is so many different kind of styles and mixed styles, and what the fudge, you know, and the band is able to find its very unique sound. It's something you really need to keep and keep pushing, because it's very, very rare and very, you know, hard.
These guys are really cool.
So basically that's all.
How is this interview later? Will it be in print? Have you write it all down?
Right, like the questions? Or what?
And then you take video, or how do you do that?
Well, we record the video and the sound, everything. Everything is recorded, don't worry.
You wanted to do a printed version and write everything down, and after this now you think, oh my God, she's talking so much, I can't write everything down. It will take years. Oh God.
Well, I think I will be the one who's going to do that printed version of your speech.
For you. Oh, I'm so sorry for you.
Well, I'm not sorry for myself.
You will watch this video tons of times, and you will go like, oh my God, she's talking so much. Ah.
No, that's not the case. We really enjoyed talking to you, because like Lena told you on Facebook, this interview was greatly important for us. Like super mega important.
I
Okay.
love Russia, and I really, really so want to come back to your country because it's such a beautiful country. I really, really like the countryside, and it's when I read that, I told you I was so honestly feeling so sorry the moment I read the message. I was like, they think of me bad now.
No,
Oh
no.
my God!
We
I
already
appear like
figure
a
out it's
person who
just
doesn't care,
Facebook fault.
So it's
Facebook's fault.
definitely. But nice. It was really nice talking to you. Seriously. I totally
So-
enjoyed it. Next time I'll be in Russia, I'll give you a ring because I have your contact right now. And then I'm waiting your vareniki, and I will teach you some piano and guitar, right?
Right.
Okay.
So
Well,
just
waiting for you.
just summing up, what can you say to Russian fans who will be listening or maybe reading for that?
Oh. There is one sentence I can say in Russian, which turned out to be very useful over the years. But it's nothing like Russia, I love you. It's more like я это очень устала и я хочу спать. It was very, very important many times in my life. And yeah, but I'm not. I just love Russia. I love every single piece of Russia because you're awesome people. You have a great hospitality and great food. I mentioned the great food. I love vareniki. I love what is it?
Shuba.
Shuba. And I love this. What is this little? It's like oh wait, what's the name of it? It's
Пельмени.
wait. It's not sure. It's like a shell. It's like a sweet thing, and it looks like a shell, and you can with tea together after the dinner. What's the name of it?
Пирог. I don't know.
No.
Vodka.
Селедка. Well, селедка is not sweet.
No, it's sweet, and you eat it after the dinner. You drink tea and you eat it, and
Like a
it has
dessert?
the shape.
Пончик.
Yes, and it has like a cake, like bakery thing. I don't remember. Next time I remember, I'll tell you. And
Okay.
I like that too, definitely.
Sure.
So I love the food. I love your country, and I so want to come back to Russia. Definitely.
Nice.
I'll talk to Amy for you to make it possible that we come to Russia.
Wow.
That was my second question.
Woohoo!
So I just wanted to say that we thank you for this interview, and we just
I
wanted
thank you guys.
we
It's really
wanted
been nice
you-
talking
yeah.
to you.
we wanted you to say hi to Amy and the guys for us.
I will. I
We're
will.
just waiting for you guys. We love you. We miss you. That's all.
I love you guys too, and I can't wait to come back to Russia. Seriously. So thank you so much for the time. Thank you so much for the interview. And I hope you have a great evening. Edgar, Lina, Stacy,
Wow.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.
have a great time. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Good-